Go ahead, Congressman Chato, sir.
Mr. Chair, I'm even very concerned also in the setup of NFA now, because if we only focus on emergencies and calamities, I do not know now the role of NFA in relation to the present issues of pricing. Because before, there are certain levels of buffer stock that can also help out in addressing the price issues. But at the local community, people will not understand because they are used to looking at NFA as a savior when it comes to their price fluctuations. But if there's only one answer, and that is we're limited now only to emergencies and calamities, people will not understand that. So I think if the price stabilization concern was discussed in the RTL, then maybe it has to be looked into. Was it only a policy shift at the legislative level, or there's only an administrative policy in the IRR? May we know and we be clarified.
May
May role ba kayo doon?
Administrator Bico, ano ba ito? Batas ba ito na sila lang ang yung pang-emergencies and calamities? Hindi na kayo pwede magpagsak ng price stabilization? O memo lang ng department ninyo?
No, Mr. Chair, it is it would require changes in the law.
In this present situation, can NFA still do something to help in addressing the price issue, even with the existing law? Is there a way for NFA to come in? Kasi emergency situation to eh. Fluctuation ng presyo. Malipis ang buffer stock.
Tama nga.
Your Honor, that's the dilemma right now, because if we aggressively buy also at a high price to be able to generate a buffer stock, it is inflationary. No? So if we buy 23, 24, 25 when there is an upward pressure on prices, it will create that situation wherein palay prices would also go out the roof. No? So sa ngayon, it's a bit difficult because even if we buy, the supply will not expand. No, we need more supply, inject more supply so that prices would go down. But now it's limited to local. So even if we're going to buy local, the supply, the overall supply will not expand.
In other words, it's not the law, but it's the economic forces that you are most concerned of. You're not limited by the law. You can do something, but it's the economic pricing that could possibly create an inflation. Is that what we're trying to say here?
That's part of it, Your Honor. No. So, but for us, when we as an agency is supposed to be a risk management agency, and in this case, when there is an upward pressure on price, the only way to solve the problem is to inject more supply, and it cannot come from local source, and we're limited to only local source. So right now, we cannot contribute significantly to the solution.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So yung statement lang na it's part of it. We're hoping that in some future time we can understand what are the other parts, because it ends up to the point of saying importation is the only possible way. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. No. In fact, this is not unique to the Philippines. So also, Indonesia is having the same problem. No, when the assumption is that we have good supply, just like Indonesia, but prices are going up very, very fast. So there's something wrong with the official. Maybe there's something wrong with our official data. So that's something that we're trying to dig out. The other possible discrepancy in the market, but as you know very well, the symptoms to tight supply is high prices. So it must be there, and in our purview as a risk management agency, we also look at other predictive variables like how much fertilizer we imported the year before, and what is the possible impact on production. And that's where we have differences in opinion. But as an agency, we look at the lower end of the parameter as a risk management agency. So But our recommendation may not be official, no, officially carried by the government. So it's only just for reference and recommendations at that. No?
Yes, your estimate of a reasonable buffer stock to help out address the issue, is that the same as the DA? Or the existing stock?
Well, the recommendation of our president to 15 to 30 days is not right now reflected in the proposed budget. No? And for us to effectively influence calmness in the market, we have to have adequate buffer stock in which we need to be fully funded to do that.
Go ahead, Congressman Chato. Sorry.
Mr. Chair,